And joining us as he does each month is District Attorney Scott Riley, who represents the 36th Prosecutorial District, that is Catawba, Burke, and Caldwell counties. Welcome to our studio, and it's good to see you again.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
You wanted to talk about some cases in Burke County.
Right, sometimes I neglect talking about our cases in Burke County, but our priorities are exactly the same. Child sex offense cases, drug trafficking, the people that are bringing large amounts of fentanyl or drugs into our counties, which is just devastating to our community. But we've had a number of jury trials in Burke County in the last couple of months. The first one I want to talk about was Larry Epley. This was a child sex offense case. He was convicted by a Burke County jury a couple weeks ago of 2 counts of statutory rape. Unfortunately, the victim was his own biological granddaughter, and she was very courageous, came in and testified. She testified that the abuse against her began when she was just 9 years old, and the jury heard her story, and Mr. Epley was convicted of 2 counts of statutory rape, and he received the maximum sentence. He received a sentence of 50 to 70 years in the Department of Corrections.
Okay.
And then secondly, a case that had a little bit more attention was the case of Aaron Murching. Mm-hmm. He was a second grade school teacher from Burke County. He was convicted, or he just pled guilty last week to several cases involving sex crimes against his own students. It's very, very unfortunate, but the case against him actually started when he was actually charged with second-degree exploitation of a minor, which is basically having child porn on his computer. And that had nothing to do with his work or duties at the school. But because of that news report, an 8-year-old child came out, heard that, and spoke to his parents and said, "Mr. Murching did bad things to me." So that sparked an investigation. Other victims came forward, and he was charged and convicted of several sexual crimes against students, and received a sentence of up to 46 years in the Department of Corrections.
So I know you stay busy not just in Catawba County, but in Caldwell and Burke as well, and this is an example right here. 2 very high-profile cases.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it, and we look forward to talking to you again next month.
Thank you very much for having me, Rob.
Scott Riley, the District Attorney for the 36th Prosecutorial District, that is Catawba, Burke, and Caldwell counties, and he joins us each month here on WHKY News.